There we go. Thank you so much for organizing this event in a garage. Doesn't look like a garage. It's beautiful tonight, and I'm very pleased to be here. I'm running for Congress to provide bold leadership in Washington, to change the course of this country, to transition it from a war economy to a job-rich, peacetime economy. Tonight, we have an opportunity to reflect as we close a chapter in American history, to move beyond revelry and celebration and embrace the rule of law, to build a strong relationship with every country in the world, in particular the Arab countries, to resolve the Israeli-Palestinian conflict so that we are truly secure. My message is a non-corporate one. I don't take any corporate money because I will work and am working for you and have been for years as a community organizer. I'm a public school teacher of 20 years, almost 20 years, and it's with great hope that I run for office to see us invest our resources in education, in healthcare for all people, in jobs, full employment. I look forward to answering your questions tonight.
In a district that relies heavily on aerospace, weapons, military contract jobs from those aerospace companies, what are the candidates' ideas on increasing employment in the district without relying on war?
Yes, thank you very much for asking such a salient question. How can we transition to a new economy here? We know that we can employ twice as many people in mass transit as we can in weapons manufacturing for the equivalent amount of money. This according to a study by the University of Massachusetts. So it behooves us to start thinking in those terms because we want to put all of America back to work. We know that there are examples of aerospace branching out into the alternative energy field, into the mass transit field in Colorado, in Canada, but we need far more examples, and this is a perfect opportunity for the South Bay, for Torrance to become the solar capital of the world. Why not think big? We have great developments that have emerged as a result of military applications, GPS, the internet. So why not become energy independent? After all, that's what we're talking about when we're talking about national security, energy independence. We can do it right here. It's going to take an investment, though.
How do you stand on the concept of Medicare for all health care? Thank you. Candidate Winograd?
Yes, I've always been a strong proponent of Medicare for all, a single-payer system. When I ran against Jane Harman last June and mobilized 41% of the vote, my first commercial was challenging Jane Harman to support Congressman John Conyers' bill for health care for all, Medicare for all. Look, a profit-driven health care system is doomed because it's not about providing health care, it's about making money. What we need is a health care system modeled after Medicare where the administrative costs are 3 to 5%. I served on the single-payer health care steering committee in Los Angeles, helped write the resolution and pass the resolution for Medicare for all at the California Democratic Party Convention. And I believe very strongly that we need to respect the greatest gain of the 1960s, which was Medicare. Hands off Medicare. How dare we even talk about issuing vouchers to enrich insurance companies? This has to be about providing health care and not about the profit motive. Americans have a right to health care. Most of the industrialized countries in the world have a single-payer system.
Thank you very much. What is your stand on the Palestine-Israel situation? In 1 minute.
Yes. I co-founded LA Juice for Peace. I believe that we need peace, that peace is paramount. We need to build consensus around a solution. I have stated before that I will support a two-state solution as long as we really have two independent states with self-determination. I will support one land, one voice, one vote for everybody in that land. What I cannot abide by is talk of a two-state solution while we see ever-increasing and expanding Israeli settlements, illegal settlements on Palestinian land. If you have 500 to 700,000 settlers in the West Bank and East Jerusalem, and roads, Jewish-only bypass roads that do not allow Palestinians to traverse that area, how are you going to build a Palestinian state? So let's be honest, let's be real. Instead of continually providing military aid and being the arms merchant to the Middle East, let's be an honest broker for peace and not tolerate this anymore.
What is your position on the debt ceiling?
When the deficit hawks are ready to talk about cutting military excess, our bloated military budget nearly $1 trillion, when they're ready to talk about eliminating subsidies for big oil, a new generation of nuclear power plants, agribusiness, when they're ready to talk about a 1-cent tax on stock trades, every dollar traded on the stock market, on closing the corporate loopholes, then let's talk about debt ceiling.
How will you work with an opposing party in Congress?
Yes, I do believe that we have common interests around job creation. I know that one of the Congress members I admire, Congressman Dennis Kucinich, has worked with a Republican, Ron Paul, to call for the return of our troops. Both care very much about our veterans, but they do not want to put them in harm's way. I want to organize the Progressive Caucus of the California Democratic Party so that we have a basis in which to negotiate. We have a base.
Thank you. Each candidate will have 1 minute to give a closing statement.
Yes, in the 36th Congressional District, Democratic Party registration leads by about 18 percentage points. In all probability, a Democrat will win this seat. I am the only independent Democrat who challenged Jane Harman and got 41% of the vote in June. If I got 18,000 votes the first time, and then I got almost 19,000 votes the next time, I don't need all of those votes to win this race, or at least to make it to the runoff. I need most of those votes. I need most of you. I am the only Democratic Party candidate here who refused to sign a pledge endorsing a failed policy in the Middle East and jeopardizing our security. I am the only Democratic Party candidate who signed the Veterans for Peace LA pledge to defund these perpetual wars except to bring our troops home safely. 18 suicides a day. Thousands homeless. This is no way to treat our veterans. We can be a superpower of peace. Let us be one.
Thank you. And